Hey, what's up, fam? It's Tony with BLTN. Hey, look, some of y'all been getting on my case about being on social media and establishing a better presence. I'm gonna try to do better. This is my first video, but this video isn't about me or BLTN. This is about us. I'm standing here in downtown Newport News, place I was born and raised, grew up in, got in fights, got stitches. Down here where I used to live, we just did a pan shot. Place where I grew up, house I grew up in, don't even exist anymore. Now with BLTN, y'all know what we do. We try to buy houses, renovate them, and sell them at an affordable price so people in the community can be a homeowner. But today is not about our business, it's about our community's business. Now we just bid on a house where the tenant paid rent or has been paying rent and still will be paying rent until the house sells, or maybe even after, for the last 14 years. 14 years of paying rent. Now, home ownership may not be for everybody, but for those of you who think it's too hard, it's too expensive, you can't buy a home, this is the time to do it. If you can rent for years, then you can purchase a home. It can be scary with all the paperwork, so make sure you find somebody you trust, get with them, find a reputable lender. There's FHA programs where you only have to bring 3% to the table, sometimes 0%. There's first-time home buyers assistance programs. Get with a great realtor. Message me directly. I know 3 great realtors all the way from DMV area of DC, Richmond, and of course down here in the Tidewater area of Virginia. I don't want your money. I don't want you to click on the link to sign up for a paid training program for information I'll give to you for free. I don't want extra followers. What I do want is for our community to come together and own the places that we've been paying for years. For example, we've been paying rent down here for years. For years. We've been paying with our health. Right across the street, Newport News Marine Terminal. We breathed in this soot for decades. People got lung cancer. The city tried to say that had nothing to do with it. We've paid for it by living next to landfills all across the country, low-income areas next to landfills or on old toxic waste dumps. We've paid for these areas, but we don't own them. Now's the time to own them. If you can afford to pay someone else rent, that means you're paying for the mortgage and you're putting money in their pocket for them to spend however way they want to. And 9 times out of 10, they're not spending it here, they're taking it back to where they live. That's gotta stop. So whether it's your mom, your kids, hold their hand. So again, let's get this done. Sometimes it can be a daunting task when you think about buying a house. It can sound scary, but there are so many programs out here that we are not taking advantage of. Other people are. That's why you see them coming into our areas and buying the houses that we've paid rent in and lived in all our lives. There's FHA, as I mentioned earlier. You can come in with 3% down. Go to HUD.gov, read all about it, get with a lender who can explain it to you. If you're a vet, and there's veterans home buying programs, please take advantage of that. And thank you for your service. First-time home buyers assistance, you can get free money. You can get grants towards closing costs. You might have to go to a couple of classes and learn about the home buying experience, which I recommend anyway. That's free money to help you buy a house. Man, this is bringing back memories. So, of course, this is where I grew up, 16th and Jefferson. I lived on 25th and Marshall. I lived in Lassiter Drive. All those places I lived don't exist anymore. They've been knocked down, something else rebuilt. My man, Big Joe's behind the camera. Funny thing about it, man, since we came out here, I just remember late one night, me, Joe, Marvin was up under this very lamp, this very street light, and Joe's aspiring rapper, he had the lyrics for days. I remember him out here kicking some lyrics. But check this out now. As you can see, there's a lamp post. There's no lamp post there that night. Sidewalk, please. There was no sidewalk. And they weren't thinking about putting no sidewalks out here for us. Look, a curb, look at that brick, little standing area. I don't know if that's gonna be a bus stop or what. Little ramp to get up on here. None of that existed. Look down here. Brand new streets. being built. But guess what? Don't nobody live out here anymore. Look at this field. This was filled with all the project houses we lived in and paid rent in for years. They don't exist. Nobody, there's no street lights on Jefferson Avenue for as far as I can see. Nobody lives down here, but they putting money into new streets, street lamps, curbs, and you know what that means. They not doing it for us. They not doing it for us. They never did it. Who do you think they doing it for? Now, if you're not part of this plan that's going on to renovate downtown Newport News or downtown in whatever community you're in, you need to get on board, attend the meetings, find out what's going on. But most importantly, they listen to homeowners because they're the ones who pay the taxes. They're the ones who show up for meetings and care, and they think those are the only people who care about their community. So again, if you think you can't buy a house, please get with somebody, learn about the home buying process, and let's stop paying for our communities and own our communities. Oh, and one last thing. Gentrification font is real. BLTN is better late than never.